Hello, everyone, and welcome to the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting. Today is September 10th at 4 p.m. And I will read into the record the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Sue, can you call the roll?
Yes. Commissioner Castley.
Present.
Director Conlon.
Present.
Chief Jackson.
Present.
Chief Kennedy.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present.
Full board today.
We have a full board, and I will get to agenda item number 1. Hearing regarding the request of Counselor James Devine in coordination with the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for a safety event at O'Rourke Field on September 22nd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Jay Southwood.
Hello.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
Good. How's everyone doing?
Great, thank you. Why don't you tell us about the event?
Sure. So Councilor Devine is hosting, approached us to get involved. From what I understand, it's going to be a public safety and health focused event for the community. I think he's going to have, the bouncy houses and whatnot for kids, but also eye exams. Quincy Police and Fire, I believe, will be present. Norfolk County Sheriff, touch a truck. So it should be a really family-friendly focused event, and we'll pop up and sell for a couple hours while we're there. I believe he is coordinating food trucks, but we do not have any role with the trucks themselves.
Great, thank you. Anybody have any questions, concerns regarding Counselor James Devine in coordination with the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office for a special use one-day permit beer and wine? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
Just a quick question. You mentioned Councilor James Devine will update regarding the food trucks.
Yeah, I can have him get in touch with your office if you'd like. I'm not sure if he has selected anyone yet, but
I can reach out.
It is a barbecue, so
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request to Counselor James Devine in coordination with the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for a safety event at O'Rourke Field, September 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice name.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
agenda item number 2. Hearing regarding the request of the Montclair Wollaston Association for a special use permit one-day beer and wine license for the annual Pumpkin Spice Festival at Bishop Field on October 27th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Jay, why don't you tell us about that event?
Yeah, so this just came up in the last week or so. Apparently, this event's been going on for several years, but the organizers reached out, and it's a very similar concept actually, community focus, really an event focused on the neighborhood, family friendly, a very similar concept will be popping up there. I know they're doing a touch a truck at that as well. I don't believe there's any food at that event, but
Great, thank you. Anyone here have any questions, concerns regarding Montclair Wollaston Association for a special use permit one-day beer and wine license? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
No, I spoke with Kevin Coughlin the other day on that. We'll have a presence up there as well, so.
Excellent.
I know we've been there in the past. It's been a good neighborhood event. So.
awesome.
Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of the Montclair Wollaston Association for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for their annual Pumpkin Spice Festival at Bishop Field on October 27th from 12 to 4.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. You're all set, Jay, thank you. Number 3, hearing regarding the request of the Woodward School for Girls, 1098 Hancock Street for a special one-day liquor license for their annual Woman of Distinction event on Saturday, October 5th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Alex McGay. Hello, how are you?
Well, thanks.
I am aware of this event, I've been to it, but why don't you tell us about it?
Yes, thank you. So Woodward School are celebrating our 130th anniversary this year, and we're celebrating while also having a Woodward Women of Distinction event. And we're honoring three amazing women, and all proceeds are supporting girls' education and financial aid for deserving families. And so the event will take place at Woodward, and Craig's Cafe will be handling the bar activities, and we have a good, it's a ticket sold event, so it's a private event. It's a red carpet gala, so it'll be well-dressed and hopefully well-attended.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions, concerns regarding the Woodward School for Girls one-day liquor license for their annual Woman of Distinction event, Saturday, October 5th? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Okay, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of the Woodward School for Girls, 1098 Hancock Street, for a one-day liquor license for their annual Women of Distinction event, Saturday, October 5th, beginning at 6:30 PM.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set, thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 4, hearing regarding the request of the Fowler House Cafe, 1043 Hancock Street, for a temporary extension of premise to their back parking lot for their Oktoberfest event with live music on Saturday, October 12th, from 5 to 9. John McNeil. Hi, John, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Why don't you tell us about your event?
This will be a fourth year in a row. We extend our premise out to the parking lot. We own the parking lot between the buildings. We have live music and, there's alcohol served out there, but not food. I serve everything from the kitchen. There's no outdoor grills or anything like that. Everything is self-contained on our property, but we are extending and putting live music in, which we don't have the permit for that outside. So.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions, concerns regarding the Fowler House Cafe for a temporary extension of premise for their back parking lot for their Oktoberfest and live music? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
We've done it multiple times in the past, and there's never been a problem, so.
I just have one question. That street stays open
Yeah,
During the event.
that's it.
and it's
not-
boarded off?
So what we do is we'll set up I put up cones and some temporary barriers on the parking lot side to prevent people from spilling over into the street.
Yeah.
But that street remains open all day, yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of the Fowler House Cafe, 1043 Hancock Street, for a temporary extension of premises to their back parking lot for an Oktoberfest event with live music on Saturday, October 12th, from 5 PM to 9 PM.
Second.
All in favor? All set, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of Cubic Labs, 1495 Hancock Street, for a special use permit, one-day liquor license for their social events at the annual Blockchain Week at Kilroy Square, September 10th through the 13th, from 3 to 6 p.m. John O'Keefe. Hi, how are you? Why don't you tell us about your event?
We run a emerging technology event once a year in Kilroy Square. I think we're in our third or fourth year, and we typically have a beer truck on those days that we run the event. And this year we're requesting a license for tomorrow and Thursday. We're working with the farmers market on Friday, so we can use that existing license. So.
Okay, thank you. Anyone have any questions regarding Cubic Labs for a special use permit, one-day liquor license for social events at the annual Blockchain Week at Kilroy Square? Seeing none, board members?
Just a quick question. Any food vendors at all, or are you just using the farmer's market?
We have a caterer that comes in and does coffee and bagels and sandwiches. We haven't had to get licensed for that in the past, but is that something we need a license for?
What's the name of the company?
Commonwealth Market.
Should be all set.
And I just have a question. Is this a private event?
It is like a ticketed event, so registrants have lanyards, so we kind of keep an eye on who should be there and who shouldn't be there.
Great,
For the
This would start tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow at 3:30 from 6:30, and the beer truck portion is booked from 3:30 to 6:30 tomorrow, and from 3 PM to 6 PM on Thursday.
Okay.
Any other questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Cubic Labs, 1495 Hancock Street, for a special use permit, one-day liquor licenses for social events at the annual Blockchain Week in Kilroy Square, September 10th through the 13th, from 3 PM to 6 PM, starting September 11th.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. You're all set, thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 6, here regarding the request of Larb Zab Group, Inc., business as Pad Thai, 663 Hancock Street, for a common victual license due to change of ownership. Proposed manager, Jack Ritt, Darren Watt. Proposed hours, Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Attorney Russell Chin. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Why don't you tell us about the change at Pad Thai?
Yes, Attorney Russell Chin, Law Firm, for the record. I'm representing Mr. Jakrit Dharanawat. He's the principal of the applicant, Larb Zab Group, Inc. He's looking to purchase this restaurant at 663 Hancock Street, and to open up a new business there. He has 2 current restaurants, Medford and Cambridge, so this would be his 3rd restaurant. There's a small typo in the DBA request. Instead of Pad Thai, which is the current name for that restaurant, he would like to do Larb Zab as his DBA. Happy to answer any other questions you may have.
Okay, great, thank you. And so the restaurant is going to stay Pad Thai, but they're doing
No.
business as is changing?
No, it's going to be completely new ownership and completely new management
Oh,
and a new
okay.
name. So
Okay.
the current name is Pad Thai.
Right,
But
right.
he's not going to DBA Pad Thai. He wants to DBA Larb Zab.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any questions, concerns regarding the request of Larb Zab Group, Inc. for a common victual license under new ownership of Larb Zab? Seeing none. Board members, any questions? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Larb Zab Group, Inc., doing business as Pad Thai, 663 Hancock Street, a common victular license due to change in ownership. Proposed manager, Jack Reed, Darren Nuwat. Proposed hours, Tuesday to Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Second.
So that's doing business as Larb Zab.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Agenda item number 7, here regarding the request of WUMA for a common victual license for the premise located at 219 Quincy Ave within the Can-Man Market. Proposed manager, Jin Zai Lai. Proposed hours, 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Jin Zai Lai. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Why don't you tell us what you plan on doing at WUMA?
Yes, stands for Mom's Taste. We are going to provide Korean food inside of the food court. We are replacing existing store, previous was dumpling place. We use the same facility, utilize everything they left. Nothing really changed, except our menu will be actually Korean food.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any questions, concerns from anybody regarding the request of Amwa for a common victual license for the premise located at 219 Quincy Ave in the Can-Man? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
Quick question. When do you plan to open?
As soon as we get the license and get inspection done, everything else is ready to go. We are ready for all the inspections. And we believe we are inside of a existing business. Everything should be much smoother than opening brand new. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. Perhaps we make a contingent on the inspections?
I think should be pretty straightforward, but I think should be okay.
Okay. Okay, all right, we'll wait to hear. Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Omwa for a common victular license for the premises located at 219 Quincy Ave within the Kanban Market. Proposed manager Jin Zai Lai, proposed hours 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Agenda item number 8, hearing regarding the request of Sun Woo Kim on behalf of H Mart for a common victual license for the new food court located within the H Mart at 101 Falls Boulevard. The food court consists of 8 different food kiosks. Sun Woo Kim, we have their certificate of occupancy and their inspections done ahead of time. Why don't you tell us about your concept there at H Mart?
So located at 101 Falls Boulevard, Quincy, we are opened up 8 total tenants, which is bakery, Chinese, Japanese, Korean restaurants with bubble tea place. And on behalf of all 8 tenants, I'm participating on this hearing process.
Great, thank you. Does anyone have any questions regarding a common victual license for the new food court, located within H Mart at 101 Falls Boulevard? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? No, I think that's all been done ahead of time. Okay, looking for a motion.
A motion to approve the request of Sun Woo Kim on behalf of H Mart for 8 common victular licenses for the new food court located within the H Mart at 101 Falls Boulevard.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set, thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 9, hearing regarding the request of Breeze Gourmet for a common victual license for the corporate cafeteria at 100 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Micheline Desmoreau. Proposed hours of operation 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
Thank you. Why don't you tell us about the corporate cafeteria at 100 Hancock Street?
Yeah, this corporate cafeteria, I've been there for a while, but it's been closed since COVID. And there's a lot of people working in this building. It's a lot of state and private corporate offices are there. And it's hard for them to get food out and because the cafeteria have been closed. So I recently signed a lease with Synergy who own the building. And I'm gonna be providing breakfast and lunch. And then since I have a catering business as well, and I'm operating out of the Commonwealth Kitchen right now, and then I'm gonna be moving out of the Commonwealth Kitchen and do all the business over there.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone have any questions, concerns regarding Breeze Gourmet for a common victual license at the corporate cafeteria at 100 Hancock Street? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
Just before opening and offering it to the employees, just contact our office so that we can do a quick inspection.
Okay, they already do the equipment inspection with Synergy. Now I think it's the food inspection that need to be done before I open.
Correct.
Yeah,
You can contact our office and one of the inspectors will schedule something with you.
okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Breeze Gourmet for a common victular license for the corporate cafeteria at 100 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Micheline Desmoreau. Proposed hours of operation 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Thank
You're
you
all
so
set,
much.
thank you. Agenda item number 10, here regarding the request of A9 Auto LLC for a Motor 2 license, 15 vehicles for the premise located at 165 Hancock Street. Ownership change, proposed manager Hao Jun Ma, proposed hours of operation Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And this is Ho Jun Ma.
Hi everyone, very new to here and a little bit nervous to come here and just buy the dealership and do the management of the dealership. So yeah.
Great, thank you. This will just be Motor 2, just selling cars at
Yep.
this time.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone here have any questions, concerns regarding A9 Auto LLC for a Motor 2 license for 15 vehicles to be sold at 165 Hancock Street? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? No. Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of A9 Auto LLC for a Motor 2 license, 15 vehicles for the premises located at 165 Hancock Street. Ownership change, proposed manager, Hao Jin Ma, sorry. Proposed hours Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Second?
All in favor?
Thank
You're
you.
all set, thank you. Agenda item number 11, hearing regarding the request of Hot Water LLC doing business as the Water Club 319 Victory Road for a change of manager from Virginia Berry to Kevin Mason on their all alcohol beverage restaurant license. Kevin Mason, hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Why don't you tell us about the changes at the Water Club?
Sure. Kevin Mason, CEO of Marine Bay Management, one of the establishments we run at 319 Victory Road, Hot Water. Our events coordinator is retiring after 18 plus years of service, so we're happy about that, and we're looking to transfer the license into my name.
Great, thank you. And we see all the paperwork here is complete. And just looking to see if anyone has any questions, concerns regarding Hot Water LLC doing business as the Water Club for a change of manager. Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Hot Water LLC doing business as the Water Club, 319 Victory Road for a change of manager from Virginia Berry to Kevin Mason on their all alcoholic beverages restaurant license.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. You're all set. Thank you. Agenda item number 12, hearing regarding the request of Soup Mani Group, Inc., doing business as Sher Punjab for a change of stock interest, new 100% stockholder, Kashmir Singh, change of offices, directors, new managers to Kashmir Singh for the premise located at 1237 Hancock Street. The licensed premise is an 80-seat full-service restaurant with a bar. Attorney Liam Floyd. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Why don't you tell us about the changes at Sher Punjab?
Sure. Mr. Kashmir Singh first of all, he's been working there for over 10 years, very familiar with the operation. And he was business partners with the prior owner, Mandeep Singh. They had a couple of restaurants, and basically what they decided to do was swap their respective ownership interests. He swapped his in, I think it was Brookline, and he ended up getting Quincy. So he's been operating Indian restaurants. He's mostly a chef for over 20 years. So the only change is simply he's now the new 100% shareholder of the corporation. And the prime officer, I think his son is going to be the secretary, Jagjeet Singh.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions regarding Sher Punjab for a change of stock interest, stockholders, and change of offices, directors for the premise located at 1237 Hancock Street? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Sukhmani Group, Inc., doing business as Sher A. Punjab for a change of stock interest, new 100% stockholder Kashmir Singh, change in officers, directors, and new manager Kashmir Singh for the premises located at 1237 Hancock Street. The licensed premises is an 80-seat full-service restaurant with bar.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Agenda item number 13, hearing regarding the request of CHLM 217 Inc., doing business as Cloud Asian Fusion and Bar for a transfer of their all alcohol beverage restaurant license presently held by TL 217 Inc. doing business as 100 Miles, for the premise located at 217 Quincy Ave D. The premise is a single-story restaurant and bar with approximately 2,550 square feet with both bar and dining areas. Proposed manager Wing Chong Mi, attorney Joseph Wang. Hi, how are you?
Good afternoon, how are you?
Great, thank you. Why don't you tell us about the changes?
Certainly, thank you. For the record, Joseph Wang from Rich May PC in Boston. Good afternoon. This is merely a transfer request from affiliated entities from CHLM, or by CHLM 217, transfer the liquor license presently held by the affiliate TL 217 Inc. Transfer is part of a rebranding and relaunching of the restaurant located at the premises, adding additional investors, changing the concept. Premises is a single-story restaurant and bar.
Great, thank you. Any questions, concerns regarding Cloud Asian Fusion and Bar for a transfer of their all alcohol beverage license presently held by TL 217 to CHLM 217 Inc.? Any questions, concerns? Seeing none, board members? Any questions, concerns? No. Okay, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of CHLM 217 Inc., doing business as Cloud Asian Fusion and Bar, for a transfer of the all alcoholic beverages restaurant license presently held by TL 217 Inc., doing business at 100 Miles for the premises located at 217 Quincy Ave, Unit D. The premises is a single-story restaurant and bar of approximately 2,550 square feet with both bar and dining areas. Proposed manager Wee Kong Mei.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set, thank you.
I'm on number 14.
He's got the next.
Oh, you're number 2. Stay where you are.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 14, here regarding the request of Lucky Hancock Inc., doing business as Bio Cafe, for an all-alcohol beverage restaurant license for the premise located at 429 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Tao Lin. The proposed licensed premise is an 1,800 square foot restaurant that will consist of a dining area, kitchen, and restrooms. There are also a lower level with storage and cooler space. Attorney Joseph Wang.
Hello again.
Hello.
So this is a new license application by members of the same restaurant group from item 13 for an all alcoholic beverages license. Premises is new construction in an auto body shop that was previously damaged by fire. So the restaurant that's being constructed will contain 1,800 square feet and a downstairs area for storage cooler space. Concept Chinese fusion restaurant. Happy to take any questions.
Great, thank you. Any questions, concerns from anyone here regarding Lucky Hancock Inc. doing business as Bio Cafe for an all-alcohol beverage license for the premise located at 429 Hancock Street? Seeing none, board members?
Just a quick question. I know it's still very early, but when do you plan to open?
So it's under construction. They're looking right now sometime between October and November.
Do you have any dedicated parking for that?
I don't believe so.
Parking? We do have a couple parking spots in front of the last one, and there are also street parking.
Right, okay. Not that, I was just trying to visualize the building. There's nothing behind there, right? There's,
Not that I recall from.
Yeah, if you turn down the street, it's a south pole, left side and right side, and we do have a dumpster, car garage, like down, like a couple parking spots in front of our basement side. So if you count it, at least we have like 3, 4 at the top first entrance, and
Yep.
2 in front of our garbage trash area.
And then just contact our office before opening, just so we can do an inspection.
Of course.
Any other questions, concerns? No, looking for a
sorry,
motion.
just one, what would the hours of operation be?
Right now, we're looking at 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Not really sure when that's going to be, but looking for the maximum right now so they can evaluate their options.
Sorry.
Any other questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Lucky Hancock Inc., doing business as Bio Cafe, for an all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for the premises located at 429 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Tao Lin. The proposed licensed premises is a street-level 1,800 square foot restaurant that will consist of a dining area, kitchen, and restrooms. There's also a lower level with storage and cooler space.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set. Thank
Very
you.
much.
Agenda item number 15, hearing regarding the request of DE Foods doing business as KFC 707 Hancock Street for a change of hours of operation as follows. Currently, Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m., Friday, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Proposed hours are 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., 7 days a week. Dave Whitney. Hello, how are you? Oh, Dean, sorry. Excuse me.
Well, you own the
Last-
company's Dave,
You're the
so it's
last
okay, that's
item,
good.
so. Sorry.
So, hi, I'm Dan Whitney with DE Foods. We've operated the KFC Taco Bell in Quincy now for just over 13 years. We bought it from the corporation back then. So, as the evening gets later, it becomes more delivery, more other things, and we're seeing the delivery part of our business grow greatly. And we're hoping that you guys will consider us to open later. We feel like we can do well. I know there were some concerns about some issues at other restaurants on Hancock. Look, we want to work with the board. If you give us the opportunity, if there becomes some kind of problem, we will certainly work with you on that. We're not trying to do something to cause any problems, but on Friday and Saturday, we've been doing this for quite some time, and we have not had any issues that I'm aware of. I think we're in a pretty good spot. I think it helps us that the 24 7-Eleven is next to us. I think that gives us some kind of business as well. So.
Great, thank you. Anyone here in the audience have any questions, concerns regarding KFC 707 Hancock Street for a change of hours of operation? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
I think my only concern, having worked the midnight shift for many years, was I always had an issue between midnight and 2 a.m. And I know you're referencing most likely the McDonald's in North Quincy.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, and I would love to move their license back from a later one as well. I just, from a police perspective, and I'm not trying to stand in the way of anybody making money, but I've never liked them that late. And especially my bigger concern with this one, as opposed to North Quincy, which has its own problems with people coming over the bridge just to get, a late night snack or something like that, is the close proximity to the elderly high rises there, right behind you. And I know that the issues come up with, the radios and the beeping horns, and in a more of a residential area where people might be working during the week. I anticipate the police getting more calls between those hours when people are trying to sleep. And that's my only concern. And I did get a letter from Counselor Minton, and he was against it for a number of reasons. So just from, again, my perspective and the police perspective, I'm going to side with the ward counselor on that one. And I would personally be against it, but that's just my perspective.
I agree. I would echo what the police chief said. Yeah, respectfully, it's he hit the nail on the head. I was the captain. I was a captain and a lieutenant at that firehouse right next to McDonald's in North Quincy, and most of our runs were between midnight and 2 in the morning for medicals over there. It's just pandemonium. So, yeah, I don't really think that it's a good fit for the city. That's just my personal opinion. The increase in hours.
Great, thank you. Anyone else before I speak? So, I also got the letter sent it to the board, sent a copy to corporate as well. And I side with the counselor, and I have to say, we have a couple of places that are open later, and I have brought that to the attention of our law office, and we're in the near future going to look at those issues that seem to come up time and time and again at the McDonald's, a few at Popeyes or some other places that are open later. The thing about Wollaston is it is a, community down there of residential houses and the elderly high rises there, and those neighborhoods in the back there. I just think that it will be a little bit of a problem if we allow that right now. I think that, the sufficient hours of Friday and Saturday, which is probably when you do your most business, till 2 a.m. is respectable. So I'm going to err on the side of no at this time. But Susan, can you take a roll call vote?
I certainly can.
Thank you.
Could I make just one comment?
Of course.
Look, I understand everyone's point. I would just say, I think if you look at our track record, we do not have the same complaints as there. We work with the housing authority behind us. We work with the 7-Eleven next to us, 2 doors down to 1 a.m. So is there any chance of, instead of going all the way to 2, is there a chance that we could go to 1 o'clock? Is there any other option that you would consider that would allow us to do this? We do, delivery business is pretty substantial in the evening. It keeps people off the roads that probably shouldn't be driving, because now you have professional drivers delivering. So I don't think it's all just one. I'd just like you to at least consider that.
So we do have a pizza place in our city that closes their doors, and they don't have any drivers come up, but yet do delivery. So perhaps, if you want to work on something like that, we'd be happy to take a look at delivery only. But
We do not deliver our own. We're third-party delivery, so it'd be DoorDash, Uber. So they would still drive onto the property. So I do understand there are motor vehicles moving around.
So why don't you set up a proposal and send it to Susan, and we can look at it, and perhaps if we need to come back at a later date, we can do that.
Do you want to continue this as opposed to voting on it, or?
That would be up to you. Would you like to continue this?
I'd take your advice on that. I mean, if we'll do it anyway.
I would suggest you continue it, and then we can look into perhaps other options.
Yeah, and if there's a way that just I know that other establishment isn't doing so well, but we do have a track record. We've been open till 2 for a long time. I don't think you're going to see the same type of issues, so.
Again, I think that it would be best right now if we continue.
We'll do that.
And we can still talk about operations going forward.
That would be great.
Great, thank you. So, like to continue it.
Not reschedule till we.
Right, and we'll reschedule at a later time.
Thanks so much.
Okay, great, thank you. That does conclude our regular agenda. I would like to get a motion to accept the minutes from the August 13th hearing and waive the reading.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes of the August 13th hearing and waive the reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Motion to
you.
adjourn.
Our next hearing is September 24th. Thank you.